Dear ladies and gentlemen, first of all, of course, I would like to welcome all of you here in Vilnius and to tell that it is a really big pleasure to see all of you here today. For the beginning, talking about Lithuanian renewable energy support systems, I would like a little bit to show the situation on Lithuanian energy market, on Lithuanian energy balance. On the slide you can see two graphs. The first one is Lithuanian primary energy balance, and the second one is Lithuanian electricity balance. The green part is Lithuanian local production, and the bigger one, gray, is imported energy. As you all know, main Lithuanian imported energy is imported from our eastern neighbors, and that gives a little bit unsureness for Lithuanian energy situation, because no one of us can be really sure that tomorrow energy supply will stay stable, or that tomorrow energy prices in Lithuania will be the same like today. That's why it is really important for Lithuania to look for possible alternatives to produce energy locally, and that's why one of the main sources for this independence is, of course, renewable energy and energy efficiency in addition to that. Talking about renewable energy only, in Lithuania there is several sources for promoting renewable energy, and you can see these sources on the graph before you. For the beginning, I would like to represent all of them. So it's Lithuanian Rural Development Program. It is the smallest one. Mostly it is for the transformation of rural economy to the energy production. Then State Aid for Agriculture, it's again related to the agriculture energy products. European Union structural funds mainly were delivered to power generation installations. Lithuanian Environmental Fund was targeted to investments to renewable energy in building sector, in living buildings, in public buildings as well. And finally, the biggest one is public service obligation system. It is like a fund where all the energy users, mostly electricity users, putting their a little bit of the energy price, and from that fund renewable energy is funded mostly through feed-in tariffs. That was the situation in year 2012. As you can see, the biggest part was from public service obligation, and it was about 37 million euro. But here we have a problem. The problem is energy prices, of course, electricity prices. Here you can see the energy prices in all Europe. It is electricity prices for domestic users. And as you can see, Lithuania is in the smaller side. The price is not so big. But the problem comes when we see this graph. It is the same electricity price for domestic users. in the same Europe, of course, but prices is reduced on purchasing power standard. And now Lithuania is not in the better side, but in the bigger prices side. It is really important for Lithuania. A lot of people in Lithuania spending the bigger part of their incomes for buying the energy. Of course, not only the electricity, also for the heating sector, also for the hot water and so on. But electricity is also very important in that energy basket. So we simply should try to keep energy prices lower and stable. That's why for the upcoming several years we decided to take more attention for supporting renewable energy, energy efficiency and infrastructure products from European Union structural funds. So here is the targets where structural funds for energy will be delivered until year 2020. In the beginning, of course, renewable energy. So renewable energy, Lithuania has targets. The first one, like Mr. Naudžius told, is already reached, so it's almost reached. We need additional 1.3%. I believe it will be reached in this year, so that will not be a problem for Lithuania. Lithuanian targets for electricity, central heating supply, and for transport still on their ways, but we'll try to reach it as well. We have targets for different technologies as well. So it's photovoltaic, it's overreached almost 7 times. Wind power is our target is reached. Hydro is almost reached, but mostly it is because of environmental not problems, but environmental rules, so we will not reach this target, I believe. And the biomass can be reached, but still not reached at present. So that's why we see the biggest potential for upcoming years in biomass sector, and of course the biomass sector will be supported mostly comparing to other renewable technologies. Biomass, of course, is also very important for Lithuania for that reason that we have about 2 million tons of oil equivalent per year of new biomass growing in Lithuania. And if we will install all our planet capacities on 2020, we will use only the 1.5 million ton of oil equivalent. So we have a lot of potential in biomass sector, and we see that we have to use it. Also, the biomass is important for Lithuanian economy. As you all know, while the biomass product going from forest to power station, it took a long way, and it's additional employment, additional business, and this money will be spent locally, but not in our neighbor for European Union countries. So this sector will be really important for Lithuania, and it will be supported, as I mentioned, mostly from European Union structural funds. Also, additional very important sector is energy efficiency. All member states have targets in energy efficiency. For Lithuania, this target means 11.5 terawatt hours till 2020. If we will start saving only in 2020, and if we will start to saving in, for example, to 2015, we will need to save only 3.5 terawatt hours. So that gives a real picture that we need to start save as soon as possible, and of course we need measures for that. So big quantity again from structural funds money will be delivered to energy efficiency sector. Now, what from energy efficiency sector? So the biggest potential we see in buildings and renovation, not only multi-apartment buildings, but also public buildings. And that's, again, really important, not only from potential side, but also from the economical side, from the social side, because, again, a lot of people spending a lot of money just on energy. So we see that we will try to make real strong evaluation on building renovation. So that's the main streamlines for support of renewable energy and energy efficiency in upcoming years, mostly from the structural funds, but again all other measures will be left, like Lithuanian environmental investment funds and others. So that's the main message. Thank you very much.